From the clash of ancient shields to the roar of modern artillery, humanity's story is etched in conflict. Every battle, every skirmish, every strategic masterstroke has carved its mark upon the world we know today. We will journey across continents and centuries, from the deserts of Kadesh, where chariots once thundered, to the muddy fields of Europe, where empires were won and lost. We'll explore the pivotal moments that shaped nations, the brilliant tactics that turned the tide, and the incredible sacrifices made on the front lines. This isn't just about dates and names, it's about the pulse of combat, the weight of command, and the human stories behind the greatest struggles in history. Welcome to Battles Through History. Subscribe now and prepare to witness the past come alive like never before. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most incredible underdog stories in history, a battle that literally changed the course of Western civilization. Imagine this: the mightiest empire the world had ever seen, led by a king who thought himself a god, poised to crush a fledgling alliance of city-states. The stakes? Everything. We're talking about the aftermath of Thermopylae. The Persian war machine, fueled by vengeance, had just flooded into central Greece. Athens, the beating heart of Greek democracy, lay exposed and vulnerable, and King Xerxes I, with all his immense power, personally oversaw the burning of the city, even the sacred Acropolis. It was a brutal, horrifying display of retribution for the Persian defeat at Marathon years earlier. But here's the twist. While Athens burned, the main Greek resistance had already pulled back, regrouping in the Peloponnese. Now, the entire fate of the Hellenic world, their culture, their very way of life, hung by a thread, and that thread was the Greek navy. Their final stand wouldn't be on land, but in the narrow, treacherous waters of the Strait of Salamis. It's an almost unbearable tension, right? The land forces were fortified, but without a navy, the Persians could just keep coming, sailing around any defense. The Greek fleet, though significantly smaller than the combined Persian and Allied fleets, had a secret weapon: the swift, powerful trireme. These were sleek, three-banked rowing machines, each with a deadly bronze ram at its bow, designed for speed and maneuverability. But even with these amazing ships, the Greek generals were deeply divided. Many wanted to retreat to the Isthmus of Corinth, to huddle behind the land wall and play it safe. However, standing against this tide of caution was one man, an Athenian general, whose name would echo through history: Themistocles. He was a visionary, a brilliant strategist, and he knew something profound. He understood that the only way to neutralize the overwhelming Persian numerical advantage was to fight in the tight confines of the strait. Out in the open sea, they'd be swarmed. But in those narrow waters, the sheer size of the Persian fleet would become its greatest weakness. Persian coordination would collapse into chaos. Themistocles' political cunning, his sheer force of will, saved the day, convincing the hesitant allies to hold their ground. The swift Greek triremes against the laborious Persian ships. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. A moment of pure strategic genius. Themistocles needed to force the battle where he wanted it, not where Xerxes expected. So, he executed a brilliant ruse. He sent a trusted slave named Sicinus to King Xerxes, pretending to be a defector. Sicinus delivered a message, carefully crafted to appeal to Xerxes' pride and eagerness for victory. The Greek fleet, he claimed, was demoralized, on the verge of splintering, and preparing to flee overnight. Xerxes, so certain of his ultimate victory and desperate to prevent the Greeks from escaping to fight another day, fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. He immediately ordered his massive fleet to seal both exits of the strait. Hundreds of Persian ships, Phoenician, Egyptian, Ionian vessels, all sailing through the night, slowly and laboriously maneuvering into position, blocking off the exits. They were exhausted before the battle even began, their rowers fatigued, their formations already under stress, exactly as Themistocles had planned. The trap was set. There, a shadowy figure, Themistocles' slave, speaking to Persian guards near a massive Persian camp. The vast Persian fleet, Phoenician, Egyptian, Ionian ships, sailing throughout the night, slowly and laboriously sealing the straits entrance. As dawn finally broke, painting the sky with the first rays of light, the cramped Persian fleet, a staggering number, perhaps 600 or even more vessels, found itself jammed, absolutely packed into the narrow water of the strait. It was a suffocating mass of ships. High on a cliff overlooking the entire scene, King Xerxes I, seated on a golden throne specifically placed for him, watched, expecting to witness his final, glorious triumph. Below him, the Greek fleet, around 370 triremes, launched its attack. What followed was pure pandemonium for the Persians. Their ships, designed for open sea battles, were slower and clumsier in the confined space. They immediately fell into disarray, colliding with each other, oars snapping, commanders shouting useless orders into the chaos. The Greeks, however, masters of these local waters, intimately familiar with the currents and depths, used their ships' sharp bronze rams to devastating effect. They darted in and out, ramming and sinking the heavier Persian ships, turning the strait into a naval battlefield unlike anything seen before. Xerxes watched it as his fleet met and engaged the Greek fleet. The battle was chaotic as the two fleets vied for the advantage. Greek triremes dart in, ramming and sinking the heavier Persian ships. The battle quickly devolved into an absolute slaughter. The superior seamanship and local knowledge of the Greeks, combined with the fatal crowding of the Persian ships, proved utterly insurmountable. Ships were trapped, mercilessly rammed, and sent to the bottom, turning the strait into a scene of unimaginable carnage. Xerxes, from his golden throne, watched in horror, his face surely contorting in disbelief and rage, as his vast, invincible navy was systematically destroyed right before his eyes. His own brother and admiral, Aristobulus, was killed in the chaos. The numbers are staggering. The Persians lost roughly 200 ships, while the Greeks, through their brilliance and bravery, lost only around 40. The surviving Persian fleet, shattered and demoralized, didn't stay to fight another day. They fled, limping back toward the Hellespont, their grand invasion now critically wounded. The Persian fleet decimated. Their numbers would take years to rebuild. The loss of his fleet enraged Xerxes. The Battle of Salamis was not just a victory. It was the decisive turning point of the Second Persian War. Though Xerxes' massive land army remained in Greece for a while longer, the destruction of his navy meant one crucial thing: his supply lines were severed. Without naval support, his army was unsustainable, forcing Xerxes to retreat back to Asia, leaving only a smaller force behind. This incredible victory, achieved by Athenian naval genius and the hard-won cooperation of the Greek city-states, didn't just win a battle, it saved the nascent Greek civilization and the very concept of democracy from annihilation. It truly is considered one of the most strategically important naval engagements in all of history, a testament to courage and the power of fighting for what you believe in. The Greek fleet was able to sail on to victory and glory. What an incredible story, right? The Battle of Salamis truly shows how a well-placed strategy and unwavering determination can overcome even the most overwhelming odds. If you found this dive into ancient history as fascinating as I did, please give this video a big thumbs up. and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing historical journeys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for journeying with us through the echoes of history's most pivotal battlefields. We hope this exploration into the past has been as insightful for you as it was for us to create. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please show your support by hitting that like button. It truly helps us out. Share this video with any fellow history buffs you know. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Battles Through History, for more epic tales. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we march into our next chapter. We love hearing from you, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep the spirit of exploration alive.